Yeah. Interesting stuff, though.
Yeah.
But from there, we will go to your every week segment, the Canadian Minute, with Michael Malmsteen.
All right. So this week, so last Friday, there was the climate change march, basically kind of the call by Greta Thunberg. In Canada, millions of people basically on Friday went out, marched in their cities. Toronto had, I think, maybe almost a million. Montreal had 1 million, I think, or close to it. Some crazy numbers. And basically in Montreal, current Prime Minister Justin Trudeau was marching, and to a lot of people that did not settle well with them, because just in his term recently, Justin Trudeau passed the Trans-Canada Pipeline, which clearly is not something looking out for climate change or trying to curb it. Yeah. So it just caused a lot of uproar in the media that he was, again, doing something fairly hypocritical to what he usually preaches. And then on the other side, Andrew Scheer just didn't show up, but that wasn't a surprise to many people. He has gone on record saying his campaign has nothing to do with climate change, nor will his administration if he's in Parliament, so that didn't surprise anyone. But it just really, I enjoyed reading some of the stories on Trudeau, because he does this all the time. He preaches the left and the social justice and just a bunch of things, and then almost on all his major policies socially, and now this one, which honestly isn't that social, it's fairly a big policy regarding the entire country, he goes back on them. He's hypocritical about them. So I don't think it helps him a lot leading up to this election in 20 days. So we'll see how that goes. I think the Conservatives are pulling some gain in that election now, and it'll be interesting to see how that ends. And with that being said, that's your Canadian couple minutes with Mommer.
Yeah, that stuff's interesting. I mean, it's definitely, when I first started hearing some stuff about Canadian politics, obviously ideologically I see myself aligning with Trudeau, so I was kind of a fan, but we do these segments and look into things, and he's almost got that, like, kind of how some of the Democrats do now, where they're trying to push populist ideas, but then they're not going to act them out, like your sometimes Biden, which he doesn't even always push them, but like your Kamala Harris's, where they're preaching these populist ideas, but everyone knows once they're in office, it's going to be some of their last priorities. They're there to preserve the establishment and keep it going. And I don't think by any means that Trudeau's that bad, but there are examples where it's like, hey, you preach this stuff so hard that you better follow through with it, because anything that you talk about that you don't do, it's gonna stand out like a sore thumb. So.
Yeah. Well, there was the story a couple months ago. A lot of people know Trudeau to be a feminist in his own right, and he kicked 2 women out of his cabinet, or out of his administration, for, I guess, basically not agreeing with him, I guess is what it came down to, and that caused a lot of questioning too, because that's like, he does go on record a lot saying like he's a Me Too movement follower. Him and his wife have gone to rallies, and it's like, well, obviously I'm not automatically putting that on a sexist thing, but like,
right, if
a lot of people brought it up. Yeah, walk the walk.
Yeah, agreed. So